What can you do? Right? What can you do?
Beat on the brat, beat on the brat with the baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh ho. Beat on the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with the baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh ho. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh ho.
What can you do?
What can you do with a brat like that? Those on your phone. What can you lose? What can you do? What can you do with a brat like that? Those on your phone. What can you lose?
So what can you do? What can you do, right? Forgive me because I forget where I put videos now because I'm doing like 7 different streaming services all at the same time. What's up, YouTube? It's me again. Yeah. So if you walked in this morning, right? Did you look outside the window? As long as there wasn't a nuclear cloud coming your way, you were buying stocks, right? Right? The only thing that's derailing the bull market from hell that we're in right now, power gapping, never selling off, never going down, is actual nuclear war. They dusted off the old Israel-Iran conflict. Has something changed since the last 78 times we've gone through this moment? Oh, this time it's going to be different? Why? So until it actually is different, you come in and you say, hey, that ASTS trade, I hope it's gapped down so I could buy more. When a stock is under accumulation, you want to see it gap down. And if you were with us last night at the schmooze, we were talking about buying it last night at 34.50, praying that this thing would open anywhere under 35. Because when a stock's under accumulation that's about to lift off to 80 and go to 120, you think the buyers, the institutional buyers on ASTS give a shit about Israel and Iran? They don't. They looked at this as a buying opportunity and it exploded out of the gate. Even the call spreads got paid. And we got out of the whole freaking thing. And now we're buying back on this dip because even if there is a nuclear war, ASTS is still going to go to 80 bucks. If you look out your window and you see a nuclear cloud coming your way, you're not going to care about the stock market, first of all. And second of all, that's the only way the market's ever going down. And if we survive and the electricity doesn't go off and it comes back on within weeks, guess what? We'll have a reconstruction rally. The market's never, ever going down in our lifetime, ever again. Do I have to reenact the Godzilla scene? Maybe you weren't paying. And the funny thing about Godzilla, right? As Godzilla is stomping on people and burning you, you know there'd be a group of people going, oh, we love Godzilla. You should have sympathy for Godzilla. Woof, as he sets you on fire. And you'd be like, oh, yes. Oh, kill me in the name of justice for Godzilla. Set me on fire, Godzilla. You understand? First of all, let's get this party started, right? Let's get this party started already. Enough talk about World War III. Let's do it. Now, I'm a peace-loving guy. It doesn't sound like it right now because you know when we'll have peace? When we eradicate our enemies and we know who they are. Maybe it's my post-traumatic stress. I've had friends dead on 9/11, people killed, my friend's fiance dead, my brother-in-law running for his life, covered in shit and soot and ash and human remains. I didn't forget. So yesterday, when I'm reading this article about how Iran just told America to go fuck themselves, and here's Trump saying, "Oh, all hell's going to break loose," still waiting for the hell to break loose for the hostages, still waiting for the hell to break loose. Like, let's break some hell. Let's loose up some hell. So while I'm thinking, here's Trump's moment to actually preempt an attack. 5 hours later, Israel does it. See, they know how to fight terror. And preemptive attacks is what we should be doing. They should be on their knees, praying that we stop bombing them. America should be the bully that we can be. And that's why Trump is a pussy. But all that bullshit talk, what has he done? Where is he today? Getting on TV now, instead of blabbing about some bullshit, come out and say, we support Israel 100%. If you fuck with them, you're going to fuck with us. Where is he? He's got his one chance right now because I tell you, I'll wear a Trump t-shirt. I'll wear a MAGA hat. Nuke Iran. Just let's get it started. Enough of this bullshit. They said the quiet part out loud, right? No matter what you do, we're just gonna build a secret enrichment plant. Oh, well, then I guess we just have to bomb all of your entire country because we don't know exactly where your secret plant is. So we're just gonna nuke you. See, that's what I'd be doing right now. Or at least, how about some bunker busters? Remember those? I love the daisy cutters. Remember bunker busters? The mother of all bombs. They're right under nukes. The fuck are we doing here? But then bring it back to the market, right? You think the market gives a shit about a fake world war that's about to start? What? Number 93? This is the 93rd time in the last, 4 years that a nuclear war was about to start. Oh, World War III. Oh, the Democrats. Oh, the Republicans. Oh, warmongering. Oh, we can't have John Bannon. Remember that guy? What happened to that guy? The crazy dude that everybody was afraid that when Trump hired them, that he was going to start World War III. They're not even friends anymore. Bring that guy back. Remember the guy with the white hair? Everybody was afraid of him. Oh, he's part of the staff. Oh, we're definitely going to war now. This is guys. Where's that guy? And where's the hell that's supposed to be breaking loose? You know what the hell breaking loose is? Buying stocks right now, like NVTS and ASTS and the QQQ. Market never goes down. It's never going down, ever. Well, those don't look like nuclear clouds, just regular Nimbus Stradivarius clouds outside, or whatever those clouds are called. Right? Did you buy the 750 calls on NVTS yet? You buy some Adobe? If you ain't buying stocks this morning on a gap down on a nuclear war threat, what are you doing? Until there's nuclear war, you buy dips. And nothing's changed. So, my friends, I'll give you some ideas. You want to short some stocks? These energy stocks that are all up 700, 800%, worthless $2 stocks that are parading around at $20, they're all going to zero. You want to short stocks, you short the ones that are up because of this fake bullshit going on. Well, Kenny, it seems pretty real. Israel did attack Iran. Did they? That was a, hey, that was like a, oh, this is nothing. When we get involved, then maybe you should be a little bit, maybe a bit nervous. Oh man, America's getting into this. Oh, but Iran proxies in China that could really lead it to no one. No. And I don't know if we'll ever get my theory to be tested, but if we nuked Iran and started fucking setting that whole country on fire, right? And then go back to Iraq. Oh, yeah, by the way, we didn't forget about you. Oh, Afghanistan. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, look up, by the way. Yeah, we didn't forget about you either. Oh, Yemen? Yeah. Oh, yeah, this one's for Bill Clinton. Remember the coal. Bang. And let these people come to us on their knees, on fire. Please stop killing us. We'll do what you want. That's the negotiation tactic that I thought I was going to see with the dictator that we have in charge right now. He wants to be a dictator, but he's not doing a pretty good job at it. He'll fire them onto his own people in a fake riot in California. And guys, I have people that live in California. They say it's not really much going on. I have friends in Israel also, if you need to know what's really going on there too. But January 6th, again, and again, I'm trying to explain this to my kids, hypocrisy and all, right? It's not a riot if you support the cause. It's only a riot if you don't support the cause. See, that's hypocrisy, right? You get it? You see it? You're seeing it, right? Right? Shooting bear spray into a cop's face is not assault if you're on the side of the assaulters, right? Because that did happen. I was there. I saw it. I smelled the bear spray. I was there. Shit, people were out for blood. I was there for fun. I just wanted to see what was going to go on. I heard the Capitol, they were going to burn down the Capitol. I wanted to see it firsthand. I went down there. People were there for blood. I was hoping they were going to hang from Mike Pence because then we couldn't debate it. No, holy shit, there's a dead guy fucking hanging out. Oh my God, that's Mike Pence. Yeah, I thought this was a peaceful rally. There's a dead guy right there. But no, let all those guys out of prison. Anyway, let's get no go crazy, right? The moral of what I'm saying here is the market never fucking goes down, right? You get it now? You come in today laughing. Whether or not you're passionate about nuking fucking these sand motherfuckers back to the fucking Stone Age where they want to be, or you just staying focused. Oh, a threat of nuclear war. Well, that's not going to happen. I might as well buy stocks. There's where you need to be, right? So no matter what your attitude is towards war, if you're all for peace, if you're supporting Godzilla, or if your fucking retarded kid is out there wearing a fucking Hamas costume, remember, the vigilantes are coming for your kid. And I don't want to wish bad upon people, but if your kid's stupid enough to dress as a terrorist in this country, I hope he gets a bullet right in his face. Yeah, I said it. Because that's where we're at. But if you came in not looking to buy a dip on a market where we never fucking go down, ever. Oh, nuclear threat this time. It's different. It's never different. Buy stocks. And oh man, I mean, the freaking internet, yeah. Are you kidding me? I came in just slamming the button on ASTS like I was playing freaking track and field back in 1982. Remember the video game? You had to hit the keys to make the guy run faster. That's how quickly. Last night, yeah, if you would have given me the chance to buy last night, we bought last night. We were on with Jeff Bishop. We were both short the cues, kind of laughing about it. And I was like, all right, we should start covering right now because we hit the 15-day VWAP. And then he's like, oh, you're fake indicator. And we were joking around. And I was like, nah, the 15-day VWAP, again, we hit it, we bounced, and then we faux show broed. And I was like, all right, as the end of the sell-off at 11 o'clock last night. Right? And then this morning, you got a faux show bro right at the open. You're buying cues, 527.50, and you got 530. Got your 2.5 points. And then they did you the favor by rolling it over back to the 27.50. You do it again. 27.50 gets you 330. I don't need to be long the cues going over the weekend. Right? So now we're in the driver's seat, right? What do you want to do? You want to hold? Like core weave, right? Here, core weave. Who cares what happens for the rest of the day? You're in, right? Faux show bro, faux show bro, faux show bro, faux show bro. So now you're in, right? Stock breaks back under 147.50, you're out. Right now, everybody should be thinking the market's going green today. Everybody. It just might take a little bit longer than usual. Because one price begets the next price. The computers don't care about how you feel about terrorism, right? The market just knows price. Right? That's the computer talking to each other. Back in the day, remember AOL? Dial-up, the way I trade still? I still use AOL dial-up, that's right. So the market already doesn't care about impending nuclear threat, right? So now if one price breaks, it'll go to the next price. And right now we're in the middle of it. So how do you stay a viable, successful trader? Sell half of what you got now. So if you're back in at 527.50 off that pivot, 527.50 gets you what? 530. So what are you doing here at 530? You're selling. You're looking for 531.48 because if it breaks over 531.48, there ain't no coming back. You break over 531.48 today on the cues, there ain't no coming back. We're going green, right? So now you say, all right, cool. And now you got nothing to do. Trading is boring. Once you put your trade on, what are you going to do? You're going to play music, right? You're going to beat on the brat. And you sit here and you wait.
Beat on the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with the baseball bat. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh. Beat on the brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with the baseball bat.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh oh.
Let's start drinking. I haven't drank before noon ever. What can you do? What can you do? When the short no stocks that you buy into, what can you do?
What can you do? What can you do?
When the market never goes down anytime, anytime you do. We're never, ever, 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 ever going down. Ever again. Ever again. And I will change my tune. Oh, nope. Still no nuclear cloud. Cats and dogs. Still not living with each other. Any pigs flying? Somebody call hell. Anybody have any friends in hell? I have a few friends down there. Let's see if it's freezing over. How's it doing down there? Anybody ice skating? No? All right, I guess we're going higher. I'm never going to fall for this bullshit ever again. Like I was even afraid to short ASTS, right? We cashed out of it. It's rolling over. giving me 99 reasons to short it. And I was like, nah, fuck that shit. I ain't going to short anything. And I just waited, and it was a good short. I waited, and then I just bought the dip like a normal person should be doing in a market that never fucking goes down. Woo! Jacked to the tits. Right? I finally understand bull markets now. Right. Every dip's a buy on every time frame, no matter what the news story is, until it's not. And when is it not going to be? Let me show you. When you see the cues. And again, we were so cute yesterday talking about levels where we could sell off to. Oh, imagine this. Nah, yeah, okay. Yeah, we're going to go down. Sure, right. The sell-off was over last night, right? We knew that. We saw it. You came in this morning, and it was already over because UVXY had already sold off 4 points. The market's not going down without UVXY going up. You know that. That's rule number 1. Right? You know that. You also know that we never go down. So it took 4 minutes to realize, oh, I guess you're right. Oh, UVXY selling off. All right, let's buy the Qs. All right, let's buy some ASTS, NVTS. We even bought SBET, and we made money. And the market sells off. Ooh, maybe this is it. Ooh, all those buyers from the morning are going to get crushed now. Are they? Are they in a market that never goes down? Who's getting crushed? The shorts are getting crushed, as always. Look outside. Look out. Still no nuclear cloud. Call your friends. Maybe there's a nuclear cloud in Nebraska somewhere. Anybody? Get your friends on the phone. Come on, this internet thing. You can get people on. Let's get a Zoom call. Anybody see any nuclear clouds going off? Buy stocks. You're not buying stocks? You're not buying Adobe reporting earnings, gapping down 48 points, breaking VWAP? You're worried about nuclear war, or you're buying Adobe at 388, banging it out for 4 points? Right? You're not buying Qs on the dip? 525, 527.50, went over these price levels. Until you see the Qs under the March 11th candle, we're never, ever going down. We're still in the power gap, people, and it's never going away. We're a month away from now the power gap. Today's lows will officially be new generational lows for the Qs. You may never see the market back below today's lows. And last night we were low. Oh, if the Qs break here, they can pull back to here. Oh, I guess none of that's happening. Like the UVXY morons. They're still questioning, this market's so rigged. How could UVXY be down under 22 with a nuclear war? This is unprecedented moment. See, those are the people I bathe in their tears. I bathe in their wonderful confusion because I remember that feeling, and I'll never feel that way again because you don't need to know. Stop questioning it. We're never going down. That's your motivation. And then every morning, let the market prove it to you. Oh, that didn't take long. Buy stocks. Sometimes it takes an hour, sometimes 2. And sometimes we have that rare day where the market doesn't rally. And you sit there and do nothing all day. Does anybody think the market's not going green today? Seriously. Does anybody think we're not going green? Please. It's just a matter of time if we have enough time for the day, right? Because we're just going to grind higher all day. UVXY is inevitably going red. There's going to be a couple of spikes, a couple of pullbacks, a couple of spikes, pullbacks. We might not make it. But by 4 o'clock, chances are we'll be flat, if not green, and the Qs will be at all-time highs Monday on a power gap. So everybody that shorted today at the open, thinking, ooh, nuclear war, they're dead, right? So now the market's done a great job of trapping more shorts and getting people out last night. And it's just going to be one massive faux show bro all the way to all-time highs into a 20% rally. I'll see you Q602 on the 4th of July. And all that commentary right now, pointless. Who gives a shit? I could be wrong. I could be right. It doesn't matter. Right now, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen next, right? I had to cover my shorts. I had to go long because the market's telling me. So now I'm waiting. I'm going to assume we're going higher. 531.47 on the Qs. Or I'm dumping 529.25. There ain't no in between. Voila. Now you got your parameters. When I say trading is boring, it's boring. And you guys understand secretly, well, not secretly, because I'm saying the secret part out loud. Secretly, I would love to be wrong. I love shorting stocks. I love making money on the way down because most people don't know how to even do that. But it's not a viable way of trading any longer. We've crashed 2.5 times in 1 year. The market's broken. It's becoming virtually impossible for it even just to pull back. So I'm prepared to be wrong. That's why I'm still doing this after 30 years and blowing my life up. I never blew an account up long stocks. I'll repeat that. Never blew my life up long. It's been a short trade every time. Back in the day when I got crushed shorting solar stocks, my dad still pissed at me from 22 years ago, shorting First Solar, as I dubbed it, fucking shorts left and right, FSLR. Lost $180,000 on shorting the solar stock. I read this article about how they weren't even a real company. I'm shorting it. I'm adding to it and adding to it. Next thing I lost $250,000 shorting this fucking thing. And then everybody rolled over and went down to where I was. I got horror stories. Never blew up. Never blew up an account. Never questioned my reality. Never wanted to give up trading on a long trade. Your risk is where? Zero. You know your risk. Every terrible moment in my trading career has been because of shorting. I am never going to fall for this shit ever again. Take a look outside. Still no nuclear fallout. We're going higher. And if you haven't bought ASTS yet, they did you a favor. Look at this thing. What do you think's going on here? The jig is up, people. Faux show bro. Faux show bro. You should be in the $40 calls already. We're never, ever, ever going down. Ever. And I tell you, man, I was hoping I was going to be wrong today because I love a bloodbath. I do. Do you understand how important power gaps are now? May 11th, April 9th, 10th, April 18th. Look at these charts and what was going on. The market tricked people into thinking on those days we were going to go lower, and we wound up resolving higher. And then we gapped, trapping the shorts, trapping the shorts, power gapping on May 11th. Now they're all fucked. They've been scrambling for a month and a week now, praying for a pullback. What do you think they were doing this morning? The moronic shorts were shorting today, thinking, oh, I'll just add here, and when we crash, I'll make all my money back. Right? The smart shorts were like, oh, I'm using this pullback to cover some of these shorts before I get my ass kicked. The longs, well, how about this? People that know what's going on, like me, bought the open. And if I was wrong, it would have been a very small loss because we were buying near lows. But you understand, the market never goes down. And you do not sell short a stock market that's already gapped down. That's a sucker move. The day you gap and crap, you take a small loss. But you have to play the percentages. It's gap down, buy, rally. Faux show bro. And the whole market is in one big faux show bro since April. Power gapping on May 11th. And nothing is going to change. Not a nuclear war, not a threat of nuclear war, maybe a nuclear war. And I'm telling you, if a real nuclear war breaks out, nobody's going to give a shit about the stock market. It might not even move because we'll be on top. We'll be looking at other things. But more importantly, drone stocks right now, right? AIRO. You can't even buy it because they keep halting it on the way up. Right? You want to buy some drone stocks? Here's some. I want you to buy some Mob. Where's that stock today? It's not really doing anything. But you want to short something? Here. Now I think it's time we could start shorting. RBNE. Here you go. So RBNE, right? Anybody heard of it? Exactly. Stock was $2, and it's been $2 for what? About a year, 2 years? I don't know how long ago. What is this thing? Sitting around garbage. So today explodes from $3 to $19. Why? Because there's a threat of nuclear war and energy and oil stocks are going nuts. Robin Energy Ltd is still a worthless company. You want to short stocks, go look for the ones that are up 500, 600% with the word energy in them, because on Monday, they'll all be back to zero. That's what you short. Don't short the United States stock market that's built on cruise control to only go up. And if we ever get into the power gap area, then you will hear a completely different tone from I will be shorting the shit out of everything with reckless abandon, with no fear whatsoever. Now you're insane to short. You're absolutely insane, right? So there's the power gap low candle. We flirted with trying to get even into that candle on May 23rd. And then we tried to sell off, and nobody's biting. Nobody's falling for it because we're power gapped. The shorts need to cover and the longs are still chasing all the way to 620 on the Qs by the 4th of July. I don't want to hear it. So Just Joe, I know the guy I think the guy passed away. The one guy used to criticize me because I would always say, oh, here's the guy that says the market never goes down. Oh, it seems to be going down today. And he'd be like, oh, I'm like, it's one day, you fucking nudnik. And then it would go up 38 days in a row after that. And I would say, yeah, the market never goes down. And then it would go down 3 days later. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Remember that guy, Just Joe? Guy was an angry ex-member of our website. And then he just went on to this. He just was out to like prove that I was wrong. How you feeling now? Oh, right, you're dead. I think the guy actually died. Wonder where Gail is now. Call me criminally negligent. No, your attitude is almost criminally negligent. You shouldn't say the market's never going to go down. I mean, we've seen it go down. Yeah, I get it. I understand. But right in this moment, I'm going to remind you every morning, if you see red, buy it. We're never going down. right? What time is it? It's 11:43. We got 4 more hours. We're going to make it. $531.46 offer. By the way, you can't even get any. I didn't get any ASTS options cheap. You can't even get them. ASTS is back to $40 already. The opportunity has come and gone. I got 200 measly shares now. I bought on that dip. It might be going to 50 right now. I mean, yeah, just don't sell it. By the way, right now, we're on cruise control, right? You got your ASTS, you got your Qs. That's all I got, and I don't got enough. I'm miserable right now. For a second, again, the reason I'm miserable right now, I bought the dip, right? But I was hoping that they were going to get this thing. I thought I actually thought there. I was like, all right, cool. Maybe we get down to the 524.75 and really scare some people. No, nobody's getting scared. Nobody's scared of shit. Q is inevitably on cruise control to go green now. All right, listen. At 531.45, I will sell some. But right now, I'm holding the Qs long into fucking over the weekend. Into the nuclear war. By the way, Q's new highs, people. Holy freaking. I mean, it's just sick. It's just so sick. Well, so what do we get for your service? By the way, if this was your first week here, started off kind of slow when I got back from vacation, I'm on fucking fire. Annihilating everything in my path. Join me as we stomp on people that don't know what they're doing. Why do you think I'm so good at this? Every mistake I've ever made, I take the opposite side of what I used to do. Shorting doesn't work. And I was going to short the ASTS on the pullback. And I was like, you know what? Why bother? I'm just going to buy the dip. And it worked. But, I mean, you could have shorted it. But, man, it's almost to the point where it's absolutely pointless in shorting. Just buy every dip, any time frame, no matter what. And now you're seeing it in full motherfucking effect. Right? Trying to throw nuclear war at us. You bought that line. You thought Omar was a stoolie because of what Sosa said? You bought that line. Where are the Qs going right now? Yeah, because it's not rigged. Yeah, it's not rigged. Where are they going to go? 531.45. Apologize if we don't get there immediately. We're at 531.23. I'll apologize if we don't get there. First of all, I'll be surprised if we don't get my exact print. But if we don't, now I raise my stop on the Qs and I say, all right, if I'm not right, maybe I'll sell. But right now, I'm not selling until 531.45. We're so damn close. I probably should sell something here, but I want to see if I get my exact price. So, but now that we made a new high, here's where you raise your stop. So we'll leave the 541.45 as our we got an offer out at that price right here. Right? So now that we've rallied, let's use the breakout price as a stop, right? So we don't lose our money in case we actually go down, which we won't. But in case we do, right? You know, still want to be a rational thought. You want to think out these trades like selling ASTS at 40, 37.50 just got you 40. Be my guest. I don't care that I think the stock's going to 80 bucks. I live in the moment, right? And if you bought 37.50 just for today and you got to 40, you sell. And just because I think I'm going to sell some QQQ up there at 31.45, what if it doesn't get there? I will sell if it breaks down now. I don't give a shit. But you know I'm going to be right. We still got 4 hours. UVXY is only up 80 cents. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, 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 can you hear them in the distance? They're screaming. What the fuck was I thinking? Shorting the market. NVTS! New highs! Oh, the NVTS. It was too choppy for me this morning. Go. Shh. Shh. That's rookie talk. That's rookie talk. Everybody's long NVTS, right? We didn't suddenly give up on the stock going to 11, did we? Oh, nuclear war. Wait for it. Wait for it. 32. Wait for it. Wait for it. Well, I might be waiting a little bit longer. I'm going to put my arm down. That might be up there for a while. 31.45. 31.45. Let's go. Wait. Wait for it. Wait for it. 35. 37. NVTS new highs. Oh, NVTS new highs. Wait, the Qs. 42. 44. 45. Yeah, this fucking market's not rigged. Sure. Sure, it's not rigged. I just told you exactly where the price of the stock was going to go. And there it went. The prophecy has come true. Well, now what do we do, Kenny? Now what do we do? You hold. If you're not long NVTS and some Qs and some ASTS, what the hell are you doing? Faux show bro blue line, orange line. Like I say, it's the same day every day. The market's rigged. See, you're going to try to bottle this. Here's the show. Here, let people watch this. And if you don't want to sign up to hang out with me and my crew, and this is just me. Have I mentioned this guy, Solid Jello, yesterday, or was that 2 days ago, when Oracle comes out with numbers? He says it's going to hold 176.83, and then it's going to go ripping to 183.32, and then it's going to break that and go to 202.50. And as we're sitting there watching it happen, as he described, it was almost like, how the fuck is this happening? The guy told us where it was going to dip to the penny, where it was going to pivot to, hit, pulls back, and then rips 22 points. Solid Jello is a gentleman that he came to my house one day and he stuck a couple electrodes up my ass, right? And he sat with me for a couple of weeks with electrodes up my ass, right? And he created an algorithm and he called it Kenny's Ass Algorithm and VWAP Prognostication Fund.com. And it's working and it's just insane. It tells you where to get in, where the stops are, and where the stock's going to go. It's pretty much all you need to make money in the market. And that's just part of what we do. If you're enjoying my ranting, some people just show up to hear me yell and scream about shit. Oh, of course, we're all making money. That's why it's easy to yell. And if you're not long NVTS, I love when people say, so what do I get with the service? Do I get a brochure? Is there some sort of VWAP guide that I could? Yeah, I'm your guide. I'm your fucking tour guide into hell, baby. Woo! Jack to the tits. Look at his face. My son already quit. He can't handle this. Right? Yeah, I'm sitting over, I'm going to eat some breakfast. I'm going to go walk the dog. I missed the trade. You missed the trade? This QQQ trade's been on since 10:51. Where are you? Woo! You think you're going to handle this, kid? This ain't nothing. This is a casual day. By the way, how about that fucking exit on the Qs right there? 5:31:45. In your face. Now I ain't selling the rest until I gots to. Right? And what price is that? It's the same damn price as I mentioned before. The breakout price high candle, which is 530.40. So you ain't selling. You just sold 50% because we just got blue line to orange line. There's rules to this shit, kid. And now you put that stop as a hard stop now. What does that mean? That means whatever you got left, you hit the bricks and beat it if it breaks back below where it broke out from. But you know what, kids? You know what, friends? We're probably not going to have that problem. You know why? Say it. You know where I'm going. You know what I'm going to say. Say it. Why don't you sell the whole thing all at one price? Why? Because we never go down. Ever. You want to see a market? Here, look at this stock that just went by on my screen. Groupon. Remember this company reported earnings? And I was like, this is the easiest short in the world. As long as it never broke VWAP that day. I was like, holy shit. Groupon reporting earnings and going higher? Look what it's done since that day. It's gone from $13, where I was thinking this was an easy short, to $34. You know what Groupon does? Zero. That's the kind of market we're in. This company can announce that if you use our coupons, you're going to go to jail and get cancer, and the market would still take it higher. The stock is up 200%. They don't do anything. Groupon's a has-been loser company, but it doesn't matter. Because if then, market doesn't know Groupon will be out of business in a year from now because it's on a freaking program. And it broke 1750. 1750 gets you 20, all the way to fucking 30. So the next time you're trying to make sense of the market, say to yourself, Funko, and then say Groupon. And then remind yourself, oh, right, rational thought doesn't work in a bull market. Because rational thought is what the market was gapped down on today. Oh my God, nuclear war. Holy shit, we better start lightening up on our stock positions. We're going to war. Oh my God, this is crazy. But then you realize that rational thought doesn't work in a bull market, especially when you're in a power gap. Lest you forgot that we're still in the power gap from May 11th, lest you forgot. Oh, did you think that was the end of the QQQ move? What time is it? Is the market still open? Then we're going higher. The only thing that's going to stop the market from going green today is it's going to close. Son, you still out there? Bring me up some keyboards. You got any keyboards? Let's have some fun on YouTube. Bring up some of those old Dell keyboards, and I'm going to smash them over your head. And then I want you to pick up the keys that fly up into the air, and buy random symbols with the keys from the keyboard. Can you handle that? Come upstairs. How about we do some fun? Let's have some fun. Let me smash some fucking keyboards over my kid's head. There's a Tupperware full of old equipment downstairs. Bring it upstairs. Because if this was your real job, you'd be in the back being slammed into a freaking keyboard right now. Look, he's afraid now. You're afraid? You're afraid? You can't handle this? You can't handle this? This is nothing. Imagine the trades weren't working. By the way, did anybody buy the NVTS on that freaking gamble? I mean, this thing just hit. Dude. Remember I said if you can get the 750s for a nickel today, you might as well buy them just because. Where'd they go? Oh, a nickel. Where are they now? Oh, they went to 25. Now it's 500% on your money. Can you handle that? So what are you doing? What are you doing? It's not even 12 o'clock. What, you gave up after 7 minutes? Did you see the Adobe trade and the Qs and buying back an HTS and NVTS? What the fuck are you doing? Why? Do you have a job or you don't have a job? You have to choose. Are you in or are you not? Seriously. Either you're doing it or you're not doing it. Right? Either you're working or you're not. Don't pretend. Either you're at the desk or you're not. Right? It's simple as that. You can't take this fucking shit seriously for 3 hours? Then you're not taking it seriously. All you need is 3 hours. Day's over now. I mean, I'm going to sit here all day because I got nowhere else to go. What am I going to do? You can't lose your focus 17 minutes into the day because you missed a trade. You know there's going to be other opportunity, right? Like First Solar. Remember I told you to look for First Solar? The solars were coming along and they hadn't gone green and they faux show bro, and you're not even First Solar, are you? Do you hear that screaming in the distance? I still hear it. I hear him. Ooh, ooh. I hear them crying right over the but what about Biden? I hear that still in the distance too. What about Biden? Oh, by the way, if you're wondering, I was on YouTube. I mean, I was on the Facebook and I was ridiculing all my liberal friends who were, out there rallying because their 401ks were crushed. I'm like, how about you get back into your house, buy the dip, and 3 months from now, you'll be happy. Oh, what did it take? 3 weeks? I'll never forget the one guy. I mean, there was so many great quotes while the market was crashing. When I said, "Oh, I'm going to concentrate on shorting UVXY with my life savings on this move. I can't wait. I can't believe we're getting a chance to short it again." And this guy says, "So let me get this straight. You're going to be the guy that picks the top of UVXY in our first black swan unprecedented event of our generation." I still laugh because that's exactly what he said. And I wrote, "Yes, I guarantee it. The stock will be under 30 within the next couple of weeks." So when you woke up this morning and you saw UVXY, right, had already sold off, right? Right? It had already hit 25 last night. The sell off was contained. If UVXY was above 25 today, none of this rally would be happening right now. But it is, Blanche. You see? That's how you trade. You could have a whole bunch of ideas in your head, and then the market says, nah, do this instead. Because if UVXY was ripping higher through 2350, I ain't loading up on the Qs or the ASTS or NVTS, or I'm not going near anything on the long side. But that's not what happened. So I'm telling you one more time, stay psychotically bullish. It's fun, right? Look how much fun I'm having. Stay psychotically bullish until the market tells you that you're wrong. And if you don't think we're going green today, we're down 400 points. We're down 250 on the S&Ps. We're one liftoff away from going green. It's already programmed. It's just we got 4 hours. It might take a little bit longer than expected. By the way, I should kick myself in the face for not buying Adobe, because it was the last one on my list, and then it did the thing I needed it to do, and I still didn't trade it. And there it is. So we're almost at the price where you have to sell some more. You're looking at for 394.44. $394.44, and if it breaks 394.44, you're gonna reclaim the high of the day, which is 399.85. Just wait. Just wait. But if you are in Adobe from the VWAP and the faux show bro, you've sold some, you've raised your stop, you hope for more. If it rolls over, you sell. All right, I got to buy more cues. Fuck this shit. I'm buying more. We're about to lift off. I mean, I'm going to buy 532 calls, I guess, now. I don't even know what to do. I didn't buy enough. I hate having to add to a position. I hate adding to a position. Usually that backfires for me personally, but I don't see anywhere this market's going except for green today. Ah! It's not worth it. It's still, nah, you know what? I'm not buying the 531s. I'm just going to stick with the 530s. If I'm going to buy more, it's going to be the 530s because the 531s are actually a little bit overpriced. The 530s with $1.50 of intrinsic value, you're only paying 45 cents for the contract. It's a better buy. So maybe we tack on like 10,000 points into the close on the Dow. So let's say 50,000 on the Dow into the close. Qs will hit all-time highs, and ASTS to 190 today. Why not? But all kidding aside, don't buy the 531s. The 530s are I haven't bought more. I don't know. I don't have it. I'm not adding to it. Forget it. Who cares? I should have, and I had them at $1. By the way, let's start looking at lotto plays because we're going up for the rest of the day, right? So NVTS, how about the $8 call? For a penny? Maybe. I'd buy it for a penny. I'd buy that for $1. The 8, no, it's not. You probably can't even, no, it's not worth it. But even the subtle ideas today, and I wasn't really subtle about it. Core weave, faux show bro going green. What more do you need? This stock doesn't go down, right? Faux show bro, 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. Look at it now. What am I doing? What am I doing? See, son, if you're here listening, right? I've only mentioned like 7 symbols today. So if you actually want to take this serious, You should be long the Qs right now, long ASTS, long NVTS, long Adobe, long CoreWeave, and managing the positions right now. Oh, I missed it by 20 cents. That's somebody else's problem. You miss a trade by 20 cents on a $390 stock. That's not missing it. What, you think you missed Adobe by 20 cents? So what? Oh, I should have bought it at 388. Now it's at 388.60. So what? Does that mean it's not going to 395? So it's 20 extra cents or 60 cents. Oh my fucking God. All the way green now, baby. All the way to green. Gap up on Monday. I'm going to say 575 Qs by Wednesday afternoon. And then when Israel actually, I don't know if Israel has nuclear weapons, right? When they unleash on Iran and the market spikes down that day, buy it. Buy it. Because listen, you know we're on cruise control right now for the rest of the day. We're probably going to go green, right? The new shorters that were born this morning, I knew this market was going to go down. They're not going to cover. And they're going to get power gapped on Monday, and we're going to begin a whole new bull market. Like I said, we're just in the stratosphere, baby. We're just entering space. We haven't even got to outer space yet. When the Qs start tacking on 15, 20 points a day. But I still have my stop on. Oh, speaking of more irrational exuberance, remember that quantum stock that wasn't a quantum stock, and the guy on the internet, he said, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. This stock's not even a quantum stock. You guys remember that one? The symbol was QNTM, right? And I said to people, this market is so irrationally bullish that they're going to start buying QNTM because the symbol says quantum and the name of the company is Quantum. It's a pharmaceutical company that doesn't even make drugs. They don't even exist, this company. But the symbol is QNTM in a bull market. Buy it. Look where it is now. This guy's ridiculing me because I was telling people to buy the stock when it broke back under $4, broke over $4. This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. Yeah, I traded it that week. And then it died. Completely forgot about it. Look where it is now. Holy shit. Oh, by the way, Q's new highs. Oh, wait. Oh, no, NVTS new highs. Wait. Okay. All right. Okay. Welcome back to Denzel trading. All right. We got nuclear war. Okay. All right. Great. Nuclear war. That must mean we're buying stocks. Okay. I get it. Market never goes down. Okay. I understand. All right. Hey, there you go. Where was Trump's stock all day? Buy it. It's going up. Buy it. Buy everything. DJT. Let's see. Oh, it just went green and broke $20. And I don't need to go start chasing everything, but here come the chip stocks. Here comes everything. We are one candle away from ripping into the green. Where is Rambus? Rambus still $55 probably, right? Now I sold Rambus into that last earnings report. Yeah, I gave up on it long ago, but it's basically the same price. Actually, it's still higher. 59 now. Okay. How about we just actually buy the 535 calls? And is anybody in NVTS 750 calls? Because now you're up substantially and you got size on the offer. I'm buying 100,000 shares right here. I don't give a shit. That's going to be me all up in this stock right now. You guys in Core Weave yet? I hope you are. Oh, shit. 67,000 shares of NVTS. Let's go. Means I got 100 shares. Hey, by the way, my SRAD, huh? You thought I was fucking around? I told you I was accumulating the stock, right? Did you see that 1,000 contract buy on SRAD 5 days ago? Huh? I know it's only up 12, 16% now, right? But I'm so old, I remember 16% in a month used to be awesome. Remember those days? Yeah, now if your stock doesn't double every 3 days, you feel like it's a loser name, loser trade. SRAD turned out to be pretty damn good, and I'm not selling. By the way, NVTS, let's go, people. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. NVTS, don't wait. Oh, I hope it keeps going up. So do I. I'm not selling it. Now I'm not selling unless it goes under 750. Fuck it. By the way, we should sell some at 777. We should. It's just lucky. SRAD, 2 years from now, $52.50. I just sold 100 shares out of my 38,000 on NVTS at 777. You're still not buying NVTS? I just told you I bought 67,000 shares at 773. You're going to wait? You're going to keep waiting? You're going to keep waiting? You're going to keep waiting for NVTS? What are you going to wait for? Till it goes to 850? Oh, now I feel comfortable. Come on. It's bull market, baby. Can't lose. Actually, we can lose now because we just got to the orange line. Oh, I'm actually a little bit torn now. I'm actually going to sell some more NVTS. I didn't know we were hitting multi-day VWAP right now, so I have to. By VWAPian law, you have to sell some, or at least 20 or 30% right here. Seriously, I didn't even look at the chart. I was just buying it because I figured it was going green. But now we're up against the orange line. Don't fuck with the orange line. But if you're in from the faux show, bro, I probably shouldn't have added to my position. Like I said, every time I add to it, I ruin the trade. But I ain't selling this thing. It's going to 11 Monday. So where's the machine? Why don't you get on the phone with Dave? Why don't you tell your problems to Dave? What happened? Dave loves his excuses. You guys should become friends. Right? Make it like a real job. You could talk badly about me behind my back. I'm your boss, right? There you go. NVTS, new highs, bitches. Can't stop it. Oh, size on the offer at 80. Size on the offer at 80. Breaks through the 80. We're going to be good. But listen, I'm readjusting my position on NVTS because there's a very significant spot right there. The 767 and the 767 area, I got to use that as a tight stop because I just added to this position and I don't want to be adding. I shouldn't have added up here, but it's still working. So I added at 73, but I'm already selling at 78, 79. It's all right. I ain't selling any more of it. And when it goes green, then I should go to $8. So what was I just saying? Yeah. So the machine, right? He's sitting here. He's sitting in the basement now, cowering in fear, right? You afraid? You're afraid of your first dose of reality? Little frustration? You run? Why are you not buying 10,000 shares of NVTS? By the way, Trump with size on the offer. It's probably going to go higher through 2015. I'm not in it. Does anybody think the next leg of the market's move is going to be down from here? Right? You do hear the screaming in the distance, right? It's not just me. Oh, oh, but Iran, Houthis, proxies, oh, China, World War III, stagflation, inflation, oh, EBITDA. Wait till you see them buy. They're gonna watch the next buy. You're gonna see a 600,000 share order go through on NVTS at 780. Watch. Here it comes. Here it comes. Size on the offer is the market makers showing you their order, but they show it on the opposite side of what's going to happen. They try to spoof you. Back in the day, market makers, before everybody became a day trader, level 2 was a new and exciting thing. So here, NVTS, right? So originally, the market makers, well, they weren't ARCA, it weren't NASDAQ, all these people right here, the real market makers are hiding behind these ECNs, they call them, right? Originally, you saw Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, they showed themselves. And you knew that if you saw GSCO, yeah, there he is, GSCO going high bid, you knew Goldman Sachs was bidding the stock, and he meant it. Nobody was playing games, right? But now that algorithms have taken over, so let me just elaborate a little bit more. Originally, in the 90s, right? If you were a market maker and you went on the bid, you were obligated to hold that bid. So you went on the bid with 1,000 shares. You put a 10 there. I'm willing to buy 1,000 shares at 778. This guy wants 3,900. This guy wants 1,100. And if you saw a big bid, you knew Goldman Sachs goes on bid with, let's say, 350 next to his GSCO. So right here, you see him at 75. He's looking to buy 7,500 shares down at 763. All right. But back in the day, you didn't have the ECNs. Goldman Sachs is hiding behind IXGG and ARCA. So now they spoof the market. They show the size on the opposite side because the deals are already done. They inevitably have to print the stuff, right? So what I look for is size on the offer and the bid. If you have momentum going that way and they start flashing massive size on the offer, it used to mean, oh, look, there's a lot of people want to sell this stock up here at 780. Now it's bullshit. Now they show the big size in the direction of the move. If you see size on the offer, now I would say let's put it at 65%. It's not an exact science, but it used to be 0%. So if you saw size on the offer and you saw Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, Bank of America showing some size on the offer, they meant it. And they were like, you guys want to buy some stock from us? Well, we got 100,000 for sale up here at 780. And you'd be like, oh shit, this thing ain't going through 780, and you would dump it. And it was usually the right thing to do. Now they show the size on the offer, trying to play that old school game, but now it's all computerized. You just wait to see them gobbling it up. Like yesterday, that IPO, what was it? C something or other, something, some bank bullshit. That's why I shorted it. Yeah, CHYM. And by the way, yeah, they're just working the deal. They're just working that order right now. Anything above 762 and 780, they're just still working that big order. But when they start flashing size on the offer, that usually implies now that it's a buyer out there. They're just trying to pretend that there's some overhead supply. It's not an exact science, like I said, but now it works more than it never worked like that. And now it seems to work more than 50% of the time. So now I take it under advisement when I'm also, especially if it's a stock that I'm familiar with. So let's see. So CHYM, right? Okay. And I should have been shortening it again today. Yesterday, as the stock was telling us everything, right? Because it never broke back above VWAP, right? This IPO is a typical IPO. Opens up and dumps because IPOs suck. Every stock sucks. This whole market sucks. Every stock's going to zero, right? But I thought you said the market never goes down. Shut up. See, the market, that's why I hate the stock market. It never goes down, but most stocks suck. It's very, very confusing. Not to me anymore, because now I get it. Most stocks still do suck. And IPOs, most of the time, they suck. That's why it's so important to buy them when they break out, like CoreWeave and ALAB and ASTS and CRCL. And when IPOs don't act awful, you buy them because most of them suck. Most of them do this. They open, and they tank because it's the way the insiders cash out on your dime. Most IPOs, 90% of IPOs go to do nothing. They suck. So, that being said, this stock, never before in the history of the market were you able to short an IPO on day one. It was illegal. It was against the law, literally. They changed the laws. Now you can short it. You can short it right out of the gate on day one. So what I do is I was like, all right, cool. You can't short it without taking a borrow. So you got a good platform, right? And you go borrow the shares. So here's 1,000 shares. Let me see how much it cost today. It cost me $52 yesterday. Yeah, $47.50. So I click the button, and now I have the access to short 1,000 shares at will. So yesterday, when the stock was telling me, okay, it looked like a double bottom, and then it just kept fading and fading and fading, and then they flashed massive size. So right here, when it hit 39.20, they flashed massive size at 39. And I was like, oh, look at them trying to spoof people. And then it actually worked because the stock ripped. And they caught people. And they were like, oh, my God, there's a massive bid down there. This thing's going to go higher. And it did. But then when it starts to roll back over and they start flashing that size again, I was like, these fuckers are just bullshitting. So I started slamming the stock at 39, got paid, and then I just started working my order. And then later in the same trade, when it started to break 38, they flashed 300 billion shares on the bid. I mean, I've never seen it. It was like 100, 500. There was like everybody on earth, right, was bidding that stock. And to the lay person, they're like, holy shit, Everybody wants to buy that. And I'm thinking, fake bid. And then you saw the order actually going through on the time and sales. And I stayed short the whole time. So it's kind of like a momentum indicator too. So when you have momentum in your going your way, and then they start flashing size on the offer, it's still usually a buyer. Stocks are getting slammed, they try to bounce, and then you see a big bid, it's usually going lower. And that's just now, it's just the way it is. That's why when you hear people doing tape reading, that shit doesn't exist anymore. Nobody's reading the tape because all they're doing is playing games. So if you're doing old school tape reading and trying to catch a feel for the stock using time and sales and bids and offers, you're going to get killed if you think that still works the way it used to. By the way, who's buying First Solar? Come on now. Hello. Let me ask you a question. And let's see if these ladies know. Do you know that Israel preempted a strike to Iran last night? Exactly. See, they don't know. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. That's all right. It's all right. You don't know. It's okay. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We're just on the brink of World War III. See, they don't know. The market doesn't know. Nobody knows. Nobody gives a shit. Man, I used to come in on days like this. Oh my God, we're all going to die. I better short something. You want to see, and speaking out of touch and out of reality, I'm married to a non-Jew. I'm not a practicing Jew. I don't believe in any of that stuff, whatever. I don't believe in religion or organized religion. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I live in the matrix. I'm not joking, right? But I'm very obviously passionate about people trying to kill me and my race of people, right? My wife, all she knows from the internet is posting pictures of her kids on Facebook and saying hi to her old friends in high school. That's all she knows. So when she actually and I was like all pissed off. She's like, I was like, you don't know what happened? 2 people were just murdered as this guy screamed "Free Palestine." You don't even know? She had no idea that even happened. It's amazing. It's amazing because I don't leave my desk, and all I am is surrounded with news. Even when I try to avoid the news, I see it. She didn't even know, and we had a big fight about it because I say you should know. You should know. That's the kind of shit you should know about. And I tell her, I was like, and you should be making a stand for your husband and his passion. Well, I don't post political stuff on my Facebook page. Say it about politics. But and it got worse from there. Because I don't need you to be fervently out there with guns and trying to hurt people. But I do appreciate when you know that my situation in my life and people on Facebook know. And I post something, I don't see a we understand how you feel, Kenny. Hey, I hope everything's all right. I get none of that. That's anti-Semitism. Silence is anti-Semitic. Because if you have a Jewish friend and you know what's going on in society right now, you should reach out to them because they're scared. And my wife doesn't even give a shit. That's how out of touch she is. Anyway, you guys buy First Solar? All right, listen. This QQQ trade might be coming to an end. The First Solar trade, if you're not in it, you missed it. There you go. 167.50 to the 170. That was what you were looking for. I mean, I can't lose money If I tried right now. All right, I'm taking a break. I'm going to go eat lunch, breakfast, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm going to go beat my kid with a freaking stick. What was the thing when they beat the kid who in the Philippines when he shoplifted? What was that thing? Fucking some sort of tree branch? No, it was a name for it. No, there was a name for it. What was it called? It was like a three. It was like three something or other. They beat his ass, or he was going to go to jail. No, it wasn't a cane or a whip. It was a real specific name, and I was like, "Oh my god, I want one of those." What was it called? Come on, you guys know. Right now, my son's back there. Is he being serious right now? Being serious? Actually, I should tase my kid. Yeah, come up here, son. I've always wanted to see if this thing works. Come on, let's see. It's supposed to be one of the most potent ones. See if I can knock you out. Now that would be some good content. This fucking guy just tased his son right on goddamn YouTube. It was sick. Come on, we'll get a whole bunch of views. Yeah, in Singapore. No, and it was a specific name for the thing they were beating the kid with. Oh, this NVTS trade's not going my way, huh? All right, I think I might have to call it quits here. It wasn't just caning; it was something more to it. The cane they used. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. A shtick. I had it just right. It was something with a shti, a shubi. You guys are right. I'm right there. What was it called? Oh, right there. Where is it? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Remember? They were like, we can throw you in jail, or you got to take a couple of shots with this thing. Oh, something with an S. Oh, damn it. What was it? A switch? Was it a switch? I think it was called a switch, actually. Wow, there's a lot of ways of torturing people. Shit. Amputation, belting, birching, branding, caning, flag. I don't know what flagellation is, but I'd like to know. Switch. There it is. Switch. That's what it was. It was a switch. Foot whipping, knout paddling, scourging. Slam bocking. I'm going to slam bock my kid. SJ. Oh, it's shambok. A shambok or a lutupa is a heavy leather whip traditionally made from adult hippopotamus or rhinoceros hide, and it's also commonly made out of plastic. I'm going to shambok your ass. Peace. I'm going to go shambok my kid. Shambok. So if anybody's looking for a Father's Day present, I would like a shambok for Father's Day. And I would like one that's made out of hippopotamus hide. I don't want one of those plastic ones. It's a 3-foot shambok used by the South African police. Let's go. Shambok. Let's go. Let's see if we can get a GIF about it. Probably doesn't know what a shambok. S-J-M-B-B-O-K. Shambok. What a great word. Shambok. S-J-A-M-B-O-K. All right. There you go. Shambok. I want one. And I want one of these. I want the fancy little holder on it. Look at that. There you go. Next time you're thinking about not buying ASTS on the dip, I'm going to shambok your ass. Hope I'm saying it right. Hold on.
Shambok.
Oh,
Shambok.
You actually pronounced the S?
Shambok.
Shajambok.
Shambok.
No way do you pronounce the S.
Shambok.
Okay, maybe you do.
Shambok. Shambok.
Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. There you go. Oh, did you think we were going to lose money on this NVTS trade? You thought that for a second, didn't you? Didn't you? Big size on the offer, huh? They're just working the order. It might take a while. All right, time to walk away from the casino table. It's been a fantastic day, right? Should have been up 30,000, 40,000 on that ASTS. All right, don't anybody blow the day. I got my stop on the Qs. If they come for me, they come for me. I don't have to hold the Qs all day. They're coming for me. At least we sold some, well, most of it, a lot of it at 531.45. I don't want to sell, but I will. And I'm walking away. And now if we get lucky enough for Sol to come on and tell us where the rest of the day is going to happen, maybe we get that too. Just an added bonus. What do you get for the service? Right, Martin? You out there? Martin? You still want to criticize me, Martin? I don't give any winners. I'll shambok you, Martin. Sorry, no. I'm not allowed to threaten violence on YouTube to any other person except my kid. I retract that statement. I would never harm another human being except my kid. I'll keel haul you. Remember that one? Pirates, they used to drag you underneath the ship. All right, I'm going to go. Yes, it was a switch, and now we're on to Shambox. I'm going to go eat some fruit with my oatmeal and relive my gay liberal days. See ya. What? That's right. I was gay in 1987. What? You got a problem with that? And remember, you're not gay if you don't push back. It's a think piece. It reminds me of something my father would say back when I was a kid. Son, no one gives head like your cousin.